I'm Mega Mike the Movie Man, and today I got a Mega Movie plan. Today I'm back with another Mega News video for you all. We got some sweet sequels to talk about that were announced this week, so we're going to go through three of them in this video. First, we're going to talk about Nobody 2, then we got Sonic 3, and then we even got Star Trek 4. So without further ado, let's get started.
I was just trying to keep the damage to a minimum.
Yeah, how's that working out for you?
You okay? Because you don't look okay.
Now, to start with our first confirmed sequel, we got Nobody 2. Yes, Nobody 2. I am surprised and as shocked as you are. Now, I thought Nobody was just going to be a one-off movie. I didn't think they were going to make it into a franchise. But since it did well enough, why not make it into a franchise? I mean, people absolutely love this movie. I never talked to anybody about this movie that didn't at least enjoy it. And it was some people's favorite movie of last year, or at least on their top 10 list. For me, it probably would have been top 20, top 30 at the very least. But I see a lot of movies now. But this movie was absolutely awesome. It was a fun action spectacle of a movie. Bob Odenkirk did amazing in it, and he's from Better Call Saul, Hardcore Henry, but I really think he was perfect for this nobody character role. Even though he's very stoic and serious in the movie, he just fit the personality of this character just absolutely perfectly. And it is a fun action movie. Now, of course, yes, they borrowed a lot from the John Wick series, but I think they added a few little spicy elements in there to kind of change it up just enough to make it a little bit different. I liked how there was battle damage you could see on these characters. So Bob Odenkirk's nobody character, you saw he was taking extreme body damage throughout the movie. It's like when you play a fighting game nowadays, like Mortal Kombat, and you see the body damage as the rounds go on with the character. You saw that in this movie with all the fight sequences, all the action sequences. I think that's what made this movie stand out. It's not like a lot of Hollywood movies where you see the actors and their hair isn't even messed up after a big giant action sequence. So I thought that was a little bit different for this movie, and I quite enjoyed it. But it was a simple plot of a movie. Someone took a bracelet that he cared about, and then that's what kicks everything off, and it's like a revenge story, and it is just bonkers fun. It's great action sequences throughout. You're never bored with the movie. And so I just think it was such a entertaining film, a film you could turn your brain off, enjoy. And you also had Christopher Lloyd in the movie, who was such a great shock and surprise. And he is always great in everything. Can't go wrong with Christopher Lloyd. So now we got this confirmed sequel. Yes, Nobody 2. And what am I expecting out of this movie? Well, I'm hoping that they keep it a simple plot, don't over convolute it. I know the John Wick movies added a lot of different other story elements, but it kind of started to convolute the whole franchise, in my opinion. I still enjoy it a lot, but for Nobody, let's keep it a simple sequel. Have them take something again of significance or sentimental value from Bob Odenkirk's character. Now, it can be a little bit more important and bigger than the bracelet. Yeah, let's raise the stakes a little bit, but let's not go too over the top. Like, we don't have to have one of his character family members taken, because then that would be like the Taken movie, and I don't want to see that repeated again. I want to see, take something of significant value of him, and they'll explain that in the movie why it's so important to him, and then we're on this action revenge story again. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And you can't go wrong as long as they keep those good fight action sequences, keeping the body damage. Bring Christopher Lloyd back if you can, because he is always great and is going to add that extra shock and fun to the movie. So you bring that, and you have a good mixture of a movie, and just keep it a solid, fun, entertaining action film. I think I would enjoy that. Maybe it's not going to be the best movie of the year, but it's okay to have these fun action movies, in my opinion. I still get enjoyment out of them. It's always a good time at the theaters, especially when you get a really good crowd going. So let me know in the comments below. Are you excited for Nobody 2 being confirmed? How did you enjoy that first Nobody movie? Now to get into our second confirmed sequel, and we got Sonic 3. Yes, Sonic 3 is already announced, even though Sonic 2 hasn't even come out yet. But I'm excited for this. Now this is a franchise of movies we get to enjoy. And I was really happy with Sonic the first movie was just so good. I had a fun time with it. You know, I wasn't expecting much out of it. I thought it was just going to be a simple kid movie, but it is actually a fun family action adventure movie. And you even got some great comedic elements in it. Jim Carrey as Dr. Eggman was just perfect in the movie. He was absolutely hilarious, had great quotable lines, and he was just a whimsical character that you could just watch on screen forever and ever. Never go wrong with Jim Carrey. He is absolutely awesome. James Marsden was good in the movie, and then Ben Schwartz's voice as Sonic was just perfect, absolutely perfect. I've always enjoyed Ben Schwartz from his comedic days as a cast member of Parks and Recreation. I thought he was great in that show. He always made me laugh when he was on screen, so you can never go wrong with some Ben Schwartz. And he did a great job voicing Sonic here. So now we got Sonic 2 on the way, and I'm super hyped for this sequel. The trailers have looked great. The poster looks great. I'm happy to have all these new characters. We got Tails, which Tails is my favorite Sonic character. I've always enjoyed him since I was a kid. So I'm glad to have Tails in there. And then also we got Knuckles, and that clash looks like it's going to be so epic. Sonic versus Knuckles. I think that's going to be great. And then you got Jim Carrey back as Dr. Eggman again. Can never go wrong with that. I think this is going to be an awesome sequel. And obviously, Paramount, the studio, has confidence in this movie because they already greenlit a sequel, and not just another sequel, which is going to be Sonic 3. So we're getting a Sonic 3 movie, but also a Knuckles spin-off series. And that's going to be used to help try to boost their Paramount streaming service. So that's great. That's showing awesome confidence if you're announcing two big things with it. Not just a movie, but a spin-off series. I mean, that shows me that they are happy with the product so far and they want to keep making more. They think they're really going to keep the audience entertained. So I'm excited for a Sonic 3. Now, where I want them to go with Sonic 3, we'll kind of have to talk more details after we see Sonic 2. But the one character I absolutely want to see, do you guys know it? Can you guess? Shadow the Hedgehog, right? Yes, Shadow, Sonic's awesome villain character. I've always liked him from the video games. I always thought he was a great addition. And to have another hedgehog to go against, I think that's just going to be perfect. So they absolutely need to bring Shadow into that third movie, make it a complete trilogy. Now, of course, you can bring the other characters back. You can bring Knuckles back. You can bring Dr. Eggman back. Yes, Tails. You can bring them all back. But I want the main focus, the main villain plot to surround Shadow. I think that's going to be where they need to go with it. He's going to be a great villain. And now maybe they'll keep going with finding the gems and getting like Chaos Stones and things like that. Some big world ending plan to make it a really powerful third entry. I think that could work really good and be entertaining. But that's where I think they should go with that third Sonic movie. And you know what? I'm pretty excited for the Knuckles spin-off series too. Now, I'm not as big as a TV show fan myself. I'm more movies. But I'll give that one a try because Knuckles just looks so great from the trailers. And I think he's going to be a lot of fun and a great villain. And I don't know if they're going to make him then a hero in this spin-off series, and since he'll be the main focus, I'm guessing. So that's probably what they'll do. Start as a villain in this movie, probably turn hero, and then the spin-off series will focus on him as a hero. But let me know in the comments below, are you all excited for a Sonic 3 movie, for a Knuckles spin-off series? What are you more excited for, and where do you think they should go with these story plots? Let me know that in the comments below.
The wait is over.
Now to get into our third confirmed sequel, and we got Star Trek 4. Yes, Star Trek 4, everyone. I never thought I would see this day arrive. I thought we had the Kelvin trilogy, it was done. Eventually, we would get another reboot down the road with a whole new set of cast members and new characters, but no, we are getting those same group of characters back, and that is amazing. Now, I actually did enjoy some of the Kelvin trilogy. I think the reboot, that first Star Trek movie, is very solid. I thought it looked great, it sounded awesome, and I thought all the actors did a great job in that movie, and the characters were a lot of fun. I think Kirk was awesome in the movie. He had a good story arc where you get to see him develop as a leader and to see how he would fit that captain role. And I think that was just done perfectly, and to see his dynamic and banter with other characters like Spock, I think they played off each other quite well, and so that's why I really enjoyed that first Star Trek movie. But then eventually we get the Star Trek Into Darkness. And I was initially excited for this one. You know, I really enjoy Wrath of Khan. I think that's one of the better Star Trek movies. But no, Into Darkness was a total letdown. Khan was a letdown in this movie. They just didn't have us connect to Khan. We didn't have enough in-depth character story to really get us excited for Khan. And so when, you know, Khan is a villain and we have that clash, we're just not as invested in his character. And so it gets a little bit boring, a little bit more stale, and it's just not that well executed of a movie. So Into Darkness, that's when it just started to decline for me. And then we get into the third one where we got Star Trek Beyond. Now, I haven't seen Star Trek Beyond all the way through. I started watching it one time and it just wasn't gripping my attention, so I turned it off. I do need to go back, give it some justice, see it all the way through before making a final judgment, because I do hear some people do enjoy this one. But like I said, I just felt the Star Trek movies were in decline at that point. And so I lost some excitement for it. But I always enjoyed that first one, like I said. So I am happy now that we officially got the fourth one confirmed with the same cast members. I'm excited to see Kirk back. I think this can be a really awesome movie. And like I said, I didn't think this was ever going to happen. I know the box office results were getting less and less for these Star Trek movies. I know the actors wanted more and more money, and so they just couldn't get to an agreement with the studio. But now it looks like they did. So I'm hoping they get a really good special story for this movie together. And my pitch for it, my idea for it, just an initial thought, is let's go back to that classic Star Trek 4 story where we incorporate time travel elements of some sort. Now, I know they brought back, you know, that classic Spock character in that first one, which was really cool, but maybe we could see these classic legacy characters again. I know every franchise is doing that now, bringing back classic legacy characters, but can they do it in some type of way? I know they have CGI and they can recreate characters and maybe get some cameos in there. Something of that nature. It'd be cool to see some cameos of some sort. But just go back to a time travel storyline. Let's go back to a city like San Francisco again. And sure, even bring the space whales back. I think people would get a kick out of that. But I think it could be a fun, just kind of joyful adventure type of movie. We don't have to go, you know, big giant action spectacle throughout. Now, of course, let's have some sci-fi action in this movie in some shape or form, but let's change it up a little bit. I don't want them to go back to trying to do, you know, Wrath of Khan again, trying to, you know, revamp that in any way because they didn't do so well on it the first time. No, let's just get a different kind of story. Let's go back to more of a Star Trek 4 classic story, but let's make it for modern audiences. And I think the visual effects could be really amazing in this one. It can sound great, and I think that would be fun. So I don't know if it would work the best. You know, I'm going to trust in whatever story they go with. I will absolutely give it a try and see if I enjoy it. But that's just my initial thoughts there. Let me know in the comments below, how would you approach Star Trek 4? And are you excited for this movie just like I am? Let me know that in the comments below.
Trust me, there will come a moment when your powers will be needed. But you don't choose that moment. That moment chooses you.
I just got goosebumps. Wait a second, did you steal that from Oprah?
So that will do it for today's Mega Movie News video on confirmed sequels. Let me know in the comments below if there's any other movie news story you would like me to cover on this channel. I read all comments, respond to all comments, and consider all video requests. So leave those down below. Also, if you're just discovering the channel for the first time, make sure you subscribe right now. I'm going to get you tons of future movie news episodes, movie reviews, movie rankings, movie hauls, you name it. I'm going to get you all that movie entertainment value. I don't want you to miss out on any of it, so subscribe right now.
Come on. Do it. Do it!
Turn on that notification bell so you don't miss when I post a video. Also, like the video. And this is Mega Mike the Movie Man reminding you to make every day a movie day.